Hi guys, this is Jeff. I'm going to just try to do a quick video on this watch here. I think this might be a first to YouTube. This is an Automatik watch with a K at the end. And I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it's like a Blancpain 50 fathoms Bathyscaphe homage pretty much. And yeah, if you don't want to stick around for the whole video, I think it's a pretty good bargain. I mean, this was $60 off eBay. You know what, tax and shipped, everything was $66. And it has a sapphire crystal on the front, sapphire on the back, and an NH35 movement. I mean, for $60, I think it's a pretty good bargain. But yeah, I'm gonna go over the watch and talk about it a little. If you're interested, might want to check out the whole video. But I mean, yeah, it even came with this little box and little pillow thingy and a nice little cloth. And yeah, one thing is, yeah, the bracelet actually, I mean, yeah, look at this bracelet. I thought this was pretty cool when I sized it, you know, like it's actually like a bunch of little pieces. I thought it would just be one piece that's kind of like shiny on the side, so that's actually pretty cool. And yeah, look, it has a pretty solid feel to it. Everything feels pretty solid about it. It's not all jangly and cheap feeling. It's pretty hefty little guy. And the measurements are, the diameter is like 42.5, about 12 millimeters thick, and the lug to lug is about 50 millimeters. And yeah, it has solid in links. It has a butterfly clasp, which I'm not crazy about butterfly clasp, but I got this one to fit pretty good. And yeah, one thing about this is to get it to close, it's like you have to press it down and kind of go like, you know, like that, like press the button in at the same time. I don't know if that's like a good thing with a butterfly bracelet. Like, is that a, see, it's a little, yeah, got to push the button and press down. I don't know if that's like a something desirable with a butterfly clasp or not, if that's something bad about it. But now let's see, bezel action. Yeah, there's like no back play. Doesn't feel terrible, feels okay to me, feels pretty all right. Everything lines up good. I think they did a good job on the hands too. Like, look at that minute hand, how far that goes. It's like really touching that minute track around the rim. Second hand's nice and long. Yeah, I think they did a good job on the size of the hands, the proportions. Yeah, and I think it looks really good how it meets up here. You know, this in link there, it's really nice. That in link really meets nice with the case and everything, and the lugs. I'm not crazy about this bracelet. You know, it kind of looks like, you know, kind of looks like the Bathyscaphe bracelet. But the Bathyscaphe, their bracelets, like one of them is really intricate, like this little shiny mid link on theirs is like a real intricate kind of link, like something I've only seen on that particular watch. And this kind of mimics it, but it would have been nice if they could have made it a little bit closer, or, you know, it's subjective, but I like an oyster bracelet more, oyster, in-meal, or jubilee. This particular link I'm not that fond of, but I mean, for the price, I still think it's a pretty decent bracelet. And I was surprised that it really, you know, had all these little pieces like that. I looked around on AliExpress and I saw something similar, a similar kind of bracelet. I'm not sure if it has these little pieces like this. And it didn't have solid inlinks, but it was like $10 to $13, a similar kind of bracelet. But I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure all these, you know, budget watches, the bracelets can only cost so much, or only worth so much of the total, you know, watch price. When you're getting a watch for, you know, $50 to $80, the bracelet's only going to be so much. And let me take it off, show you a little more. That clasp is pretty nice. Everything feels solid. It feels really solid, this watch and bracelet. Yeah. It's supposed to have an NH35 back there. It's got the date kind of down there between 4 and 5. It has a threaded crown. I feel like it could use a couple more threads on there. It's like you got to press down pretty good and put it on, but it's not too bad, you know. It's nice that it has some threads there. And the dial, it's a pretty cool blue. It's definitely blue without a doubt. No purple going on in this one. But yeah, the dial kind of has a little black to it, but it's definitely blue, definitely blue. One thing about this watch is, you know, it's subjective, it's my opinion, but this feels a little dressier to me, you know what I mean? This whole just style, it's a little dressier, you know. This might be better on you know, when you got a collared shirt on or something, just like t-shirt and shorts. It's a little dressier, you know. And yeah, I'm real happy that they polished. I'm sorry, I always say that get mixed. I mean, they brushed the top of the lugs and then the sides are polished. I'm really happy they did that. It's a good. I hate when they do, like, you know, the whole case is just polished. It's so much better to just, you know, brush on the top of these lugs. Makes a huge difference. And yeah, the brushing looks pretty good all over. Kind of matches up on the bracelet pretty well enough for $60. Yeah, and then this bezel insert appears to be aluminum. It would have been great if that could have been ceramic. I think that would have made a huge difference. But I mean, yeah, for $60, you can't have everything. But yeah, if that were ceramic, that really would have set it off. And one thing to me, just in, you know, my opinion, subjective though, is I wish that like this, the edge of this bezel, I wish this were, you know, brushed or something, or media blasted. I think too it would have looked better if you had just the case and, you know, had a little bit of media blasting, kind of like the Bathyscaphe. That's one of the really cool features of that watch. It's kind of different. And yeah, you know how sometimes like the, you know, for sometimes in certain watches, it could look a little cheap, this edge of the bezel, the polishing. And this one, to me, it does a little. It would have looked better brushed. It looks a little cheap there. I've thought about trying to take off the bezel and taking off the insert and, you know, polishing it, I mean brushing it or something. Or I even Googled it and looked on Amazon for like a little media blaster, how much it would cost to do, and it seems to not be worth all the trouble. It would be cool to have a little media blasting setup and air compressor and everything, but I don't know if I really, you know, it would be useful, but I don't know if I'll ever do it. But yeah, and yeah, one thing I think too is yeah, I left it on the bracelet pretty much for this video, but I took the bracelet off for a minute to show you guys, and you know, I wanted to check out how straps were, so I'll show you. One thing is this does have some nice, really solid spring bars too. So let me try to do this while I'm on camera. It's kind of hard to do, but I think I can handle it. This is one of those watches that might really shine, like with a different strap on there. Might be really cool on straps. And yeah, the lug width is 20 millimeters. The Bathyscaphe, I believe, has a 22 millimeter. And yeah, I think this might have looked better if this was a 22 millimeter and kind of had a little bit of a taper or something. Might have been a little nicer. I'll try another side. It's hard to get this. It could be hard to get this off. All right, let me try this way. Sorry guys, it's a little hard to do. All right, let me just take this off camera real quick and get this over with. All right, sorry about that. Well, let me see. Let me put this on a strap too. I'll put it kind of like on a strap they have. Blancpain offers kind of a gray strap similar to this. They supply some of them with NATOs. Let me just take it off camera really quick. Okay, got that one in. And yeah, these spring bars seem to be pretty nice spring bars. Some of the companies, they'll have some kind of pretty cruddy spring bars. This one seems okay. All right, sorry. And yeah, you know, I tried this before, and one thing is it's really tight here. But this is a really thick NATO strap. They don't get much thicker than this. I actually cut off one of the straps there to make it a single pass. But yeah, this is as thick as it gets, and this can get through. So I don't think you'd have many problems with anything else. They don't really get much thicker than this. This is a strap I got off eBay. It was like $15, but I like it that some of the colors they have, like this is a dark gray, which is hard to find with NATO straps. Yeah, definitely a tight fit, but let me take it off camera real quick and put it on. All right. Yeah, sorry this video is a little longer than I would have liked, but I wanted to show you guys this thing on a NATO strap. But yeah, all in all, I think it's pretty good for the price. I mean, sapphire, front and back, NH35, movement, $60, and I got it really quick. You know, this is shipping from the USA, so you're gonna get this really quick. And it is a cool blue, nice dark blue, real blue, no purple or anything. Definitely blue, but yeah, it's a nice blue. Reminds me of something kind of like, you know, like a Yankees or something like that. You know, maybe even Dodger blue, a little darker than Dodger blue, but you know, it's a blue. It's definitely a true blue. To me, it looks good on a NATO strap. I'm gonna leave it on this NATO strap now. I think I wanted to show it on this original bracelet, but I'll probably leave it on the NATO. And yeah, this would have looked better with I think a 22 millimeter bracelet that tapered a little bit, or you know, oyster bracelet. But yeah, really not bad at all, guys. Yeah, if anybody wants the link or something, let me know. I'll put it in the comments or in the description if you want a link. But you can find this on eBay pretty easily. Automatik with a K. You can find this guy on Facebook, and he has an eBay store. Also, too, this guy said pretty soon he's going to be coming out with a new watch that's going to be not a diver watch. It's going to be a 40 millimeter dial watch. With the case is like 40 millimeters and more of just like a, you know, normal dressier kind of watch, not a diver. No bezel, no rotatable bezel. But all right, guys, thanks for checking out the video.